Hi, I'm Nahid Nenshi. I'm the mayor of Calgary, and I'm a proud alumnus of the University of Calgary, where I served as president of the Students' Union, caused a lot of trouble, and also managed to get my BCom. I've always wanted to speak at Convocation, and I've done it once or twice before, but I've never spoken at Convocation quite like this. Certainly, our lives have been upended by something none of us in the world would ever have expected to happen. And that is tough. It's been a difficult transition. It's been difficult for students, and it's been difficult for faculty and staff who, over the course of a weekend, had to figure out how to become online educators and online learners. And certainly this convocation is not what I imagined for you, nor it is what you imagined for yourselves. There's no beautiful Jack Simpson gym, there's no gowns, there's no wonderful image, which is my favorite part of Convocation, of the graduates walking up the stairs surrounded by their loved ones. But some things haven't changed. First of all, the gratitude that I know all of you feel towards your loved ones who helped you get to this place. Your family, your friends, those who stuck by you when times seemed tough, those who might be a bit surprised or relieved that you actually got finished. But ultimately, I know you join with me in saying thank you to all of those folks. The other thing that hasn't changed is the incredible potential that every single one of you show. So sure, you're going to have a story for the ages. You've gone through something as a graduating class that no one alive today has ever seen before. But it's a story of resilience. It's a story of community. It's a story of how ultimately we all come together to look after one another. Now, the world you're graduating into is very uncertain. I remember when I graduated with my BCom, we were graduating into the depths of a difficult economic recession. We were thinking hard about new ways of thinking about society and diversity and inclusion and each of our roles in society. Now, here we are, many years later, having many of the same conversations. But I want to tell you two things. Number one is, there's nowhere I'd rather be than here. There's nowhere I'd rather be than here in terms of dealing with a global pandemic, with a great healthcare system, with a government that knows what it's doing, but most important, with a community that is focused and concerned on the health of one another. And there's nowhere else I'd rather be than here, as we're starting to have really difficult conversations about whether we truly live in a just society, whether we truly live in a society where every single person lucky enough to share this land has equal opportunity, can live a life of dignity, can live a life of full potential. How do we go from not being racist to being actively anti-racist in our community? How do we acknowledge that Black lives matter, that Indigenous lives matter, but that they have to matter every day in terms of the work that we do together to build a better community for everyone? I'm tremendously proud of being Canadian. I am such a damn proud Canadian. It hurts sometimes. I am so grateful that my parents chose this country to come to. I grew up in Northeast Calgary in a family that didn't have much money. But what I never lacked for was extraordinary opportunity. A great public education, hanging out at the public library, exploring my city on public transit, learning to swim very badly in a public pool. But mostly growing up in a community that had a stake in my future. And so every single one of us has a stake in every other one of us. And for you that are graduating today into times of uncertainty, I hope that you will consider making your life, your future studies, your career here in Calgary. We're thrilled you're here. We want you to stay here. We want you to be successful here. And we think here is where we all have that opportunity to build that even better community and that even better society, to fulfill that simple promise that it doesn't matter what you look like or where you come from or how you worship or whom you love. What matters is that you're here, that you belong here, that you're safe here, and that you will have tremendous opportunity here. So let's keep building that life of dignity and that life of potential for every single one of us. And together, nothing can stop us. So to the class of 2020, congratulations. I cannot wait to see what you do next.